Right, it's a lovely morning. I'm really just down for some casting practice. When I was watching the video from Thursday, I noticed that I was getting really fast. So I thought I need to get down to the bank when the wind's in a nice direction and see if I can get into the habit of casting more slowly and trying to restrict the length of the back cast. I was going back way too far and also going forward way too far. So I've come down this morning really just to get a bit of casting practice. And if we get a fish, that's a bonus, but it's really the casting practice that I'm down for. I've got a fab on the point, a black Dalbach nymph in the middle, and a buzzer on the top. The wind's changed a bit in the last couple of days. It came round from the north yesterday, now it's back from the south. I think it's a little bit southwesterly with a little bit southeasterly, but it's really a perfect wind for fishing this particular spot. Like before, I'm going to let this fish static for a little while, and then I'll probably start pulling it back quite fast. Ash was getting fish near that tree stump in the water, which is part of an old tree line that runs down. There's a bit of a deep channel there, a bit of a gully that used to run down from the hill, and I might give that a go. Now this should get me fishing into that deeper gully that I was talking about. I don't think I'm going to bother putting the waders on today. It's amazing how Rutland can change. 2 days ago this place was moving with fish. You couldn't not catch one. But even on that day they switched on and off sporadically. That's it, excellent. That came right off though. Again, I don't have to cast that far because that fish took, where that fish took wasn't that far out. That's it, excellent. So I just speeded up the retrieve there, changed the spot a little bit, and it's definitely a buzzer take. One of those flying fish. It's definitely on a buzzer, but all I did differently there was I started the retrieve a little bit earlier so that the flies were fishing a little bit higher in the water. It's on the top buzzer. Nope, it's on the traffic light buzzer. Slightly smaller pattern, so they're obviously liking it slightly smaller. Let's see if we can get this one into the net for you. And I'll have to remember not to kneel into the water this time. Onto the rod and there we go. Cracking fish. Now it's got quite a lot of life in it, so I'm going to let it swim the net a little bit. Right, and then just let it go gently. There it goes. Nice and safely away. I was desperately trying to get that to work with net cam. And what I had ended up doing was having netcam take a single picture rather than take a film. It's freshening up very, very quickly this morning. I didn't think it was going to get really blustery until about 1 o'clock. That's a nice one. Another fish, excellent. Quite high up in the water again. was really difficult. That fish just came straight in at me. It was almost impossible to get. As you know, I like to have them on the reel because I've got the tension set. In my mind, it's set perfectly. Right. I love these buzzer takes, and I know I've said that before, and I'll probably say it many times, but they feel absolutely tremendous when they take like that. Is that a brownie? It's another brownie! Fabulous! What a lovely little brown trout. Absolutely fabulous little fish. That's a slightly larger brownie than the previous one. Right, it looks like it's got some energy, and then we can let it go. See it swimming away. This is one of those points where I'm not going to change the flies again for the rest of the session. I'm going to leave everything as it is and not change anything, because I've had a fish on every single fly on my cast. So the fish seem to want a little bit of movement in the flies, so that's good. So despite the fact that we are working against the wind, it is making it a little bit difficult. We're still catching fish, which is nice. Ah, straight away. Oh, another one of those flying fish. Oh, this is fabulous. That was literally almost on the drop. Don't know which fly it's taken, but another one of these ones that's coming towards me. I really hate this. I'm a strip line just to stay in contact. I'm always worried that the line that's under the bank is potentially going, This one is really difficult. It's come off. Oh, come off. Never mind. That's it. Oh God, these takes are so gentle. You can hardly feel them. I really can't feel them. That was the gentlest of takes. I actually had to strike the fish because it wouldn't. Oh no, another one that's they're all coming right in. They're coming fast towards me. I really don't like this. I really don't like it at all. Oh, this is... The fish that have been in this bay are still here, obviously. And what is this? Another rainbow. Just another little stocky rainbow. Nothing to write home about, but they all count. That's on the nymph. Now that's two that have taken the nymph. Another nice little rainbow. We'll get it back in the water, give it a little bit of a chance to revive. Come on. Let's get it away. And it's swimming away now. So we're getting them on all sorts today. We've had a fish on every fly of the cast today. That was a very gentle nymph take. The other ones were classic buzzer takes, so The fish must be feeding on all sorts of different flies or insect life in the water today. The wind's making it hard. My casting's gone to hell. It really has. I can't get any rhythm in this wind. So I apologise if it's not pretty. But it's one of those sessions where I am catching a lot of fish. I felt that I was due another, after the day with Ash, I felt I was due another session of quite a few fish. Now that one, I felt about 2 takes before it actually took. It was really weird. I was doing this inching back, just like this, just in little tight tucks, and I could just feel a little tension on the line. I might have done better wading today. I do think the fish are a little bit further out, but I just didn't want to go in the water today. That was reverting to the old cast. Another one. I've had fish in every spot today. This has been unbelievable. Every time I've moved, I've had a fish. Can't grumble about the fishing today. I really can't grumble. This is really good fun. I just felt that I had to get down here. The fishing here has been so fabulous that I didn't want to miss it. So I know it's boring fishing the same spot, but in a water like Rutland, you could go for all day and not see a fish. So for me, it's go where it works. No idea what it's on. It keeps coming into the bank again. I really don't like these. I much prefer it when the fish run away from me rather than towards me. It's on the nymph again. Wow. First buzzers, then nymphs. Definitely not taking that fly off. I think I might put another nymph on actually. I wonder if this is another brown. The browns tend to stay much lower in the water. I want to get this one into the net because I want to see if it is a brown or not. Because you know what I'll say if it is. It is, it's another brown! No, it's not, it's a rainbow. It's just a brown rainbow. It's one of those hybrid brown rainbows. And it's on that nymph, it's on that nymph. Just take your time. I've got all the time in the world. So if you look at that, it's definitely an overwintered fish. It's got a really nice silver section on the tail. Yeah, that one went well away. I like it when it's one of those mornings and you lose count of how many fish you've caught. I'm not into double figures, but it's been a cracking morning. We certainly hooked plenty of fish. And they've been everywhere, all along this bank. There's no particular holding spot, they just seem to be here. I think they're moving up and down the bank. That's why we're getting them everywhere. Another nice spot further along, just there, where I can see the ripple coming in straight away, so that will be my next spot. Now this looks fishy because I can see like a dark patch of water. Now that usually means it's deeper, so I'm going to try and just get a fly into that deeper water. So we can fish the final spot of the morning. I would have liked the wind to have been slightly less blowy, but we can't complain. We really can't complain. I can see the boil in the water where that fish took. So that was a take. I did say they were gentle. So I've had a take in every spot that I fished. That's tremendous, actually. I'm pleased with that. I just saw I felt it. Another one of those phantom takes where they're not quite convinced. That wind helped me massively there. First fish I've seen on the surface. Right, I'm going to try something here. That's the first fish I've seen on the surface. And that is almost right over it. That's it. Oh, another gentle take. I hardly felt that. Absolutely hardly felt that. So I have achieved my mission. I have caught a fish in every spot that I've fished this morning. And I've caught all of the fish from the bank without wading. It's another rainbow. You can see it in the water there. There we go. Let's get this one in. Oh, I think it's got other ideas. It's on the nymph again. It's on the nymph, and I never felt it take. That was just I just felt the line just felt ever so slightly stiff or tense, and I just pulled in. So Thursday we had them on blobs and then buzzers. Today, one buzzer, and then the rest have all been on the nymph. And those really interesting takes. Further down so we can get this on. Easier to net. Yes. So, this morning I've achieved a new objective, which is to fish the complete length of Transformer from the tree line right to the car park, and to be able to hook a fish in every spot. And even better than that, catch fish and land fish all the way down the bank, which I think proves the point that the fish are all over here. It might be that they're either moving up and down, or there's just fish all along this bank. And what's made it even nicer is that I managed to catch them all without having to wade into the water. So thanks again for joining me on this lovely Sunday morning in fly fishing Rutland water, and please make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to see more of my fishy adventures. Thanks for watching.